maximum ചോദിക്കുക. Okay. Doubts നിങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ that doesn't mean that നിങ്ങൾ completely മനസ്സിലായി എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. So നിങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കുക, the doubts that you are asking will be helping your colleagues also, right? And I also request the active participation from the faculty end also. Okay, over to you, Amin sir.
Thank you so much, Siva. If we present my screen. My screen is visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Great. Yeah, so today, as you all are aware that we are gathered here for covering a topic of the overseas opportunities for nurses. So when it comes to in mind the name of like nursing profession, then if we talk about the overseas opportunities, the NCLEX clicks in our mind. So what is the full form of NCLEX? It is going to be like a National Council licensure examination, which is conducted by the National Council of the State Board of Nursing, which we call the NCSBN. And this examination actually valid for 3 countries, US, Canada, and Australia. So the registration also can be transferred if you are preparing yourself for Australia and clear the examination for Australia. You can transfer this registration to Canada and Australia too. So we will talk about in depth about the NCLEX examinations. So academically, so why academically? So academically is started by Dr. Akram Ahmad with the mission to help all the healthcare professionals, whether it is technicians, lab scientists, medical doctors, nurses, pharmacists, MBBS doctors, Ayush doctors, many other professions. So we help them to achieve their career goals. So we prepare them for these license examinations to make them become eligible for the registration, and as a registered practitioners, they can work in these many countries, whether it is Australia, New Zealand, US, Canada, Middle East, and so on. So we conduct these many training programs, and there'll be like LMS provided. There'll be option for a detailed discussion, and we can provide you the live sessions. We can provide you the complete A to Z process from the training, from the skill assessment training, then English proficiency examination, training and examination, and then placement assistance also. Right. So we have created the Academically with the mission to help all the healthcare professionals to achieve their career goals. So Dr. Akram Ahmad started with the mission, the same mission. So he is a visionary behind Academically. He's having a 10 years of teaching experience. He has like taught in various colleges in India, and then he moved to Malaysia. Then since 6 years he's practicing there. He's a research manager there in a hospital. And then he is a pharmacy professor also in University of Sydney. So he is having a rich experience, and he understands the pain of the healthcare professionals in India, those who are like practicing in India and is struggling in their career. So he started like counseling individuals and guiding individuals to achieve their career goals. So these are our faculties which we have for nursing: Kavita, Dr. Gara, and Dr. Swapnil. These all are like registered faculties, and they have followed the same pathways too, and they are working since many years in Australia and other countries. So they have the experience. They are going to teach you, and they are going to guide you throughout the sessions which Academically conducts. Why Australia? So when it comes to Australia, the first thing in mind like clicks that whether am I going to get the visa easily? Yes. So you are going to get the permanent residency visa, which we call PR visa, for any of the professions, and they are very flexible also in terms of the giving the PR visas. So they are following the point-based systems, and they have a lot of opportunities available as of now. So they used to offer like 1,95,000 PR visas every year, and 12,000 as of now. 12,000 vacancies are there for nursing till today, right? So you can see that there is a stats that we like they require 12,179 jobs are there. This is the data from which we have taken from seek.com.au, which is the most prominent website, job website there in Australia. Like in India, it is Naukri and other job sites. So, and there is a growth also. You can see that in the job opportunities, that 13.9% projected growth is actually we can see in next 5 years. And the average salary is going to be like $83,000 Australian dollar. And the job satisfactory also, it is 3.9 rated. So this is like, if we talk about the Australia, like there are several benefits also the doctors and nurses are going to get. We will talk about in our slides for the benefits and all which you're going to get apart from your salary. So there are several benefits for the medical doctors and nurses who are going to migrate to Australia and other countries, like quality of life, right? And the career opportunities. Definitely, there is a high demand in the medical professionals in Australia, and fast PR visa. So if you'll compare with US and UK, you can find out that it is very fast and easy PR visa. The people are going to get, those who are clearing those licensure examinations and finding out the job and getting the job and started working there. So it takes like 2 weeks or 3 weeks time maximum, and they are getting the visa invite. And work-life balance also. So they do have number of hours. So you are going to work for like 8 to 9 hours maximum. And being an Indian, we work like extra time also to earn the extra money. That is possible, but you can do like not more than 1 or 2 hours apart from the 9 hours which you are going to devote towards your work. And professional development also. So there are a lot of opportunities, and if you guys are like planning for the higher studies, definitely there is an opportunities. But what we suggest is that professional development, once you get a job after clearing those examinations, once you become a Australian resident, then you can apply for your master degree program if you have in your mind to complete any of the master degree program, because their government going to give you the relaxation in the fee also. So you will be charged like half of the fee which you are going to invest in your higher studies as of now, without being a Australian resident there. But once you become an Australian resident, once you save your money, once you started working there, then definitely you can proceed ahead with your master degree program also. And you can complete your program side by side. You can do your practice there. And kids education also is free, and healthcare also there free. So you need not to spend your money in your like kids education, and healthcare also is going to be free. So whatever cost is occurred in your healthcare, government is going to pay to the doctor. So these are the extra benefits which you're going to get apart from your salary and all. So if you talk about the NCLEX eligibility, the person need to have a bachelor degree minimum to qualify for writing the examination. So you should be a Bachelor of Nursing 4 years degree programs, because few of the countries require 5 years or 6 years of degree. So here it is in Australia, they assess like your four years degree program, they validate. So bachelor degree with 4 years of degree can be validated, and you are good to go ahead with writing the examination. And you need to be registered nurse in your home country. So in India, you have to register yourself. So you need to have a registration once you are going to apply for your skill assessment. So first step is going to be the initial skill assessment, which we call the document verification. So what you need to do is you need to submit your documents for the initial skill assessment, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, your registrations in your home country, registration certificate, your birth certificate, your degree certificate, and your transcript and all, right? So these documents you need to submit, and we will do the skill assessment for you, because a lot of legality also involved in that. So we will be like processing your skill assessment error free. And once you submit your documents, then the government body called APRA, they are going to evaluate your documents. The APRA full form is going to be like Australia Health Practitioner Regulation Agency. So they are going to have your documents assessed. Once they will say that you are good to go ahead and write in the examination, then you can write the examination. So for the fees, you'll have to pay 640 Australian dollar for the assessment. And there'll be an orientation part also, that 1 hour recorded videos you'll have to watch to have the Australian healthcare system to understand, right? And then we will be having your application on the APRA website, which we call APRA portfolio. So we will create your portfolio there. Your documents and everything will be there. And from 4 to 8 weeks time they will take to assess your documents. And once you get a green signal that you are good to go ahead and write the examination, then you can jump onto the writing the NCLEX examination. You can book your examination for the examination centers, and then you can write your MCQ based examination. I'll talk about the briefly about the NCLEX examination later on in the next slide. And once you clear the NCLEX examination, then you'll have to write your English proficiency examination also, like IELTS, OET, PT, and TOEFL, right? So any of the examination you can write and have the score with you. Once you clear your NCLEX examination and IELTS examination, then you'll have to go for the practical examination, the clinical trial, which we call OSCE. OSCE going to be your clinical examination, where you need to participate. You need to have your clinical assessment done with the examiner there in the evaluation hall. And then they will give you the scenario. They will judge your skills based on your nursing practice, and based on your qualification, and based on your experience. So they will ask certain questions. You will have to answer. You will have to perform the clinical trial in front of them. Once you clear the OSCE examination, then you can file your registration with APRA that you are now good to go ahead with practicing in Australia. So once you apply for the registration, similarly you are applying in India, so they will you will become a registered nurse there in Australia, and then you will start practicing there. So in between, like many of the questions come in the mind, how many times I can retake the examination. So this NCLEX examinations you can write any time, any month, right? And 8 times per year you can take. Why 8 times? Because because they are going to have 45 days time period. If you fail in that NCLEX examinations, then you have to have wait for 45 days to retake your examinations again. So you can retake 8 times per year. And there will be, I'll talk about in the next slide, brief about the NCLEX examinations, what are going to come and what is going to cover in this, how much time you will be getting to write the examination and everything. So the English proficiency test, I told you that either you can write IELTS, OET, and PT. IELTS, you can have 7 bands individual, and for PT, like you can have 65 points plus to apply for EOIL visa. So it is going to cover speaking, writing, and reading and listening, and accordingly you can prepare. And we provide the English proficiency training also for 1 month, and in 1 month you'll be able to good to go ahead and write the examination and clear the examination easily. Either for like NCLEX and this examination also, we can prepare you for. These are the documents required for the skill assessment, like nursing degree, transcript, work experience evidences, if any, valid passport, government ID proof, passport size photograph, and nursing registrations, which I told you earlier also in the discussion. And these documents should be notarized also. You can take a color printout, scan copy of the color scan copy and notarized, and then you can send it to us to upload and get your skill assessment done there on. So NCLEX examination is going to consist 75 minimum questions, and it goes up to 265 questions, right? And you will be given 15 experimental questions that will not count for or against you, right? So it is very like tricky. If I talk about, someone may ask that can I pass if I write 75 answers of the 75 questions? Yes, you can pass if you write the 75 answer, but chances are very low. If you write all of the answers correct, then you may pass. Otherwise, the chances are to be fail if you're writing only 75 questions, right? So it consists from 75 to 65. So and the questions are also going to be considered based on the like if you're going to answer lot of questions, those who are like hard to answer, so system will pick that you are very proficient and you have learned in you are good to go ahead, right? So system will allow you to write your examination. And if you are not giving the correct answer, then system may understand that you need more practice. It may shut down also in between and will ask you to do more practice and please come back next time and try your luck, right? So this is going to happen in the examination. The maximum time you are going to get 6 hours, and you will be having a break also in between. These are the optional break. If you want to take, you can take. If you don't want to take, you can write the examination continuously. There's no negative marking, and duration of the preparation is going to be the 12 weeks, right? Which is going to be like 3 months of preparation, and 1 month is going to be the revision. And academically is going to have the commitment until you pass the examination. So you have to pay only once to academically as a training fee, and academically will be committed to provide you the continuous support and the training until you pass the examination. But here it is, as many as time you are going to retake the examination, you are going to repay the fee to the government body who conducts the examination for reattempting the exams. Post completion and clearing the NCLEX examination, English proficiency examination, and the OSCE examinations, the clinical trial, you are eligible to apply for the skilled point-based visas like 189190 PR visa. They are going to be the permanent residency visa, and it will be valid for 5 years. And after 5 years, as you are going to renew your licenses, you are going to have the more years of renewal for those PR visas. And after 3 years, you are going to be eligible for applying the citizenship also. Now, I hope that you will be having in your mind that after clearing the NCLEX examination, how I am going to write the OSCE examination. OSCE examination is going to be conducted there in Australia only. So once you clear the NCLEX examination, once you clear your English proficiency examination, you will be going there on your visit visa or study visa, right? Then you will be writing your OSCE examination there. Once you pass your examination, OSCE examination, the clinical trial, then you will be applying for your permanent residency visa, subclasses 189 or 190. As there are a lot of vacancies, so it won't be a problem or challenge to get those PR visas. So you will be getting easily those visas available, and they are offering 1,95,000 plus PR visas every year to the skilled professionals or skilled migrants. These are the sponsored visas. So if you are applying for the sponsored visas, you need to find out the job first, and the company is going to sponsor you. Then you can apply for these sponsored visas. So these are the program highlights, which is going to be like, so we provide the complete training where you will be attending the live sessions, one-on-one mentoring support. So as and when you have any doubts, any clarification, you can reach out to our faculty, get your doubts clarified, and you can talk to our faculties and proceed ahead with your training program. You will be having the unlimited access also of the content until you pass the examination. So you will be provided the complete support from academically faculty and the staff until you pass the examination. So there are certain like flexible schedule also. So we are going to conduct these many sessions over the weekend, 3 times a week for 3 months. And if you are not available for any of the sessions and you miss any of the live session, then we will provide you the recorded lecture also, which you can go through at your ease and pace, and then you can prepare yourself for the examination. So periodic webinars also going to be conducted from the industry mentors. There will be a feedback and assessment. It is very important part which we have implemented in the training. So once we commit that you academically is actually committed for the training to provide you the support until you pass the examination. So academically is going to assess your skills against the training is provided. So once you are becoming proficient and you are gaining something, you are improving towards your writing the examinations. Once you feel confident in writing the examination, then our faculty is going to suggest you that now your score is like going good, and you are performing really well in the mock test in between the training. Now you can easily pass the examination. Then you can apply for the examination and take the examination. Because every time, as and when you are going to retake the examination, you are going to pay to the government body called APRA, you're going to pay the fee, right, for the examination. There will be a placement and visa support also will be provided by Academically. Once you clear all the examination, we will help you in resume writing, cover letter, mock interview preparations, and EOI and filing your visa processing, everything. So you need not to worry at all. Academically is going to be with you throughout the journey, from your skill assessment till you fly to Australia and find out a job. So fee structure is going to be like for the skill assessment, we are going to charge, academically is going to charge 800 Australian dollars and after our fee is 640. And we would recommend that you take our advice in filing the initial skill assessment because there are a lot of chances to get your skill assessment rejected if you are not attentive in filing your initial skill assessment and eligibility check. And NCLEX examinations training, which we are going to charge 3,200 Australian dollar and 350 for the examination. And for PTE and TOEFL, we are going to charge 499 Australian dollar and around 300 you will have to pay the body who conducts these many English proficiency examination. For OSCE examination, you will have to write in Australia and we can train them. So once you clear the NCLEX examination, then you can connect with us and we will train you, we will help you for clearing your OSCE examination also. But for OSCE examination, the opera charge 4,500 Australian dollars. So this is the fee structure. So this is the bankers which we have collaborated with. So you can avail the no-cost EMI also for our training fee. We have collaborated with this company called EduOnce. They will provide you the no-cost EMI for our training fee. So you can avail the no-cost EMI in applying if you have any financial crunch. These are some of our reviews. So we have very good success rate in our different other programs too, like 90 plus the success rate which academically holds. So the people, those who are applying for any of the licensure examinations, we are preparing them and at their first attempt, 90% plus people are students are clearing the examinations in their first attempt. So this is our success rate for this. So now I have finished my presentation. If you have any doubts, any clarification, feel free to ask. We'll be happy to assist you. And Siva, if you want them to take them through in Malayalam, you can take their questions in Malayalam, and if you need my help, I'll be translating in answering them in English.
Sure. So, students, ഞാൻ ഇത് തുടങ്ങിയ സമയത്ത് തന്നെ നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ, we will be making it very clear that why we have decided to talk about Australia, not because that we are based out in Australia, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയനെ പറ്റി സംസാരിക്കുന്നതെന്നല്ല. We have programs for the Arab countries, we have programs for the countries like Canada, UK and all. That is there, right? But നമ്മള് when it comes to a personalized requirement, ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് when we arrange a session, what is your situation and what that is going to suit you the best. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ യോജിക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന എന്താണോ അതായിരിക്കണം സജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരുന്നത്. Right? So many people have mentioned about different countries, like people have told about UK, New Zealand, Canada. So as per what I know, right, as per what I have understood is that they keep a minimum slab as an experience to work in their country. I'm not sure whether there is any recent changes to that policy, but anyways, they won't be providing you with an immediate permanent resident visa if you qualify for their criteria, right? So if we samsarichittulla NCLEX examination is valid in 3 countries, which is United States, Canada and Australia. Right, so imagine if Australia, they are not asking the experience. Eligibility factor avada paranja samayathu ningal kandittundaayirikkum BSc nursing ennu parayuna qualification um NCLEX examination and IELTS and finally varuna OSCE examination um kuda clear cheyyuka ennu parayuna criteria maatrame ullu. You are directly eligible for a permanent resident visa, right? So the remaining countries, or ipo nammade naattil ninnu മിക്കവരും പോകുന്നത് UK, കാനഡ ഒക്കെയാണ്. അപ്പം മേ ബി എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു പെർസെപ്ഷൻ they have in their mind, if they go and do some sort of higher studies there, they will be able to work there. But that is not the truth. Ad angane alla. If you want to work as a registered nurse or a healthcare professional, it is mandatory for you to take that council examination. Right? So, ഏതൊരു ടൈം ആണെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് ആ എക്സാമിനേഷൻ എഴുതേണ്ട ഒരു റിക്വയർമെന്റ് വരും. So, if already we have spent lot of money for studies, right? This is the right time that we can start earning for it. Unfortunately, നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ വരുന്ന ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസിന്റെ കൗണ്ടും ആ ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റീസിന്റെ ബേസിസിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന റിസോഴ്സസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബെനിഫിറ്റ്സിന്റെ എണ്ണവും എല്ലാം ലിമിറ്റേഷൻസ് വരുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നിങ്ങളെ പോലത്തെ പ്രൊഫഷണൽസ് മെജോറിറ്റി ഉള്ളവരും അബ്രോഡിലോട്ട് പോകാനായിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. റൈറ്റ്? അബ്രോഡിൽ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എവിടെയാണോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഗുണമുള്ളത് അത് നിങ്ങൾ ചൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. So why Australia എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, they are giving you directly a permanent resident visa if you are clearing the criteria for the same. So ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ചിന്തിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും ഫൈനലി വരുന്ന ഓസ്കി എക്സാമിനേഷൻ പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ഓറിയന്റഡ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ ആണ്, അത് ടഫ് ആയിരിക്കും എന്നായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. You people already have the skill, right? We being Indians, നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു സ്കില്ലും കാര്യങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ നമുക്ക് ഓൾറെഡി ഉണ്ട്, നമുക്ക് അതിന്റെ നോളജും വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് വി ആർ വർക്കിംഗ് ഓൾസോ. നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ കൂടെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ ക്ലിനിക്കലും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നത് തന്നെയാണ്. സോ ആ ഒരു ജോബ് നിങ്ങൾ പ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് ആ ടൈമിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും, സിൻസ് യു ആർ ഡെഡിക്കേറ്റഡ് അബൌട്ട് യുവർ കരിയർ. So clearing that OSCE examination or the practical examination won't be a difficult thing if you put that effort into your learning. It applies to all the others as well. If NCLEX ആയാലും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് അസസ്മെന്റ് ആയാലും, if you put the correct effort into learning, preparing for this examination, then your dreams has no limitations. Right? ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ പോസിബിൾ ആയിരിക്കും. Right. So that's why we are not promoting anything for Australia, and we are not associated with the Australian government also. So അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് NCLEX എക്സാമിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് പ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞത്. എങ്ങനെയാണ് there, like നിങ്ങളിപ്പോ ഒരു 5 പേര് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ എഴുതാനായിട്ട് പോവുകയാണെന്ന് വെച്ചോളൂ. നിങ്ങൾ 5 പേര് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ for 5 of you guys, the examination will be happening in different way based on how you give the responses. Right? ഒരു ഫിക്സഡ് പാറ്റേൺ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്ന എക്സാമിനേഷൻ അല്ല. Right? So what they expect you to have, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന എന്താണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് സബ്ജക്ട് നോളജ് എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. 4 years that you have learned in B.Sc, ഇതിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടുള്ള കംപ്ലീറ്റ് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് അതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്കിൽ അസസ്മെന്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ വിസ പ്രോസസ്സിംഗ്, എവറിത്തിങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡൺ. Right? But the important thing നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ടതെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് is the examination of the respective council. So എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഒന്നും തന്നെ ഇല്ലാതെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ കോഴ്സ് കഴിഞ്ഞ ഉടനെ തന്നെ ഇമ്മീഡിയറ്റ്ലി മൈഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇപ്പൊ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിലുണ്ട്. കറന്റ് സ്റ്റാറ്റിസ്റ്റിക്സ് പ്രകാരം നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ there are more than 12,000 job opportunities in Australia. Right? And there is this expectation, or they are having this expectation of this, the count or the statistic being increased up to 15%, 15% ഇതിനൊരു ഇൻക്രീസ് വരും in the upcoming years. Right? Compared to all the other jobs, like we are preparing students for the pharmacy eligibility examination, നമ്മൾ ഡോക്ടേഴ്സിനെ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, ഡെന്റിസ്റ്റിനെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, ലാബ് ടെക്നീഷ്യൻസിനെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. Compared to all these health professional jobs, the nursing job, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ registered nurse in the requirement is more in Australia. This is one of the trending jobs in Australia right now. Right? ഒരു സിംഗിൾ സിറ്റി നിങ്ങൾ എടുത്ത് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, സ്റ്റേറ്റ് നിങ്ങൾ എടുത്ത് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, there itself you have thousands of opportunities. Right? ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ബേസിസിൽ. അപ്പോ ഈ ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി നിങ്ങൾ മാക്സിമം യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്യുക. Right? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പല കൺട്രീസിന്റെയും ഡ്രീം ഉണ്ടാവും. There is no limitations in migrating there. ഇപ്പൊ NCLEX നിങ്ങൾ ക്ലിയർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റ് നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞത്, we have the option to switch this registration between countries. Right? So if US and Canada is asking for experience from you, why don't you make that experience from Australia? നിങ്ങൾ ആ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിൽ നിന്ന് മേക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് you will be having a financial backup also. കാരണം ഈ കൺട്രീസിലോട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മൈഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിലും there will be finances involved. Right? So നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ ടൈം മാക്സിമം നന്നായിട്ട് യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യു ക്യാൻ മേക്ക് എ ബെറ്റർ ഏർണിംഗ് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ഇറ്റ്. ആവറേജ് സാലറി പെർ ഇയർ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് കമ്മിങ് മോർ ദാൻ 44 lakhs Indian rupees. You are paid in dollars obviously in Australia. Right? And they have this skill shortage now. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഒരു സ്കിൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു തൊഴില്, ആ തൊഴിൽ ചെയ്യാൻ ട്രെയിൻഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ അവിടെ ഇല്ല. Because there is less number of universities there, right? But the population the basis, since it is a developed country, they have their rules that these many professionals, especially in the healthcare field, should be present for this many number of people. So adine satisfy cheyyunnathu prakaram avada aalkar illathathu kondana they are welcoming people from other countries, and entire world they are aware that Indians have that skill with them, right? So it's a great chance. ഇപ്പം ചിലർ പറഞ്ഞു ഹയർ സ്റ്റഡീസ് പഠിക്കാൻ ഉള്ള ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ ആണെന്നുള്ളത്. നിങ്ങളൊരു സ്റ്റുഡന്റ് വിസയിൽ ഒരു കൺട്രി പോകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും യു ആർ സ്പെൻഡിങ് അറൌണ്ട് 20 to 30 lakhs of rupees, റൈറ്റ്? നിങ്ങൾ ജോലി ചെയ്യാതെ പഠിക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന ടൈമിൽ, റൈറ്റ്? ബട്ട് അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം അതിന്റെ 4-ൽ-1 അംശം അറൌണ്ട് 6.5 lakh സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങളെ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ ശരിയാക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, from as soon as your registration is done, you will be getting your PR visa. Adinishesham you will be starting to work there, where monthly basis you will be earning around 3 to 4 lakh of rupees. നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു 6 ലക്ഷം സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്താലും 2 മാസത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ എമൗണ്ട് തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടാവും. ആൻഡ് ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ഹാവിംഗ് എ PR visa there, the fee in the കോളേജിൽ വരുന്ന ഫീസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പഠിക്കാനായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വരുന്ന എക്സ്പെൻസസ് കമ്പയർ ടു എ സ്റ്റുഡന്റ് വിസ കുറവായിരിക്കും. Certain cases companies give you the sponsorship also for the same, but that changes from organization to organization, right? So ഇത് നമുക്ക് ഇതൊരു 10 വർഷം ഇങ്ങനെ കാണും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു 20 years the situation is going to be the same എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. As soon as they have the required skill set there, they will be revoking all these benefits. ഇത്ര ഈസി ആയിരിക്കത്തില്ല കാര്യങ്ങൾ, right? So if ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് if your dream is to start working in a better way, where നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു better work life balance, working as a healthcare professional in India, നമുക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. It's the shift, നിങ്ങളെ ഷിഫ്റ്റിന്റെ അവേഴ്സ്, എത്ര നേരം നിങ്ങൾ ജോലി ചെയ്യുക, the way your shift works, എല്ലാം നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് ചലഞ്ചിങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യം തന്നെയാണ്. But in other countries it is not the same, right? നമുക്ക് we can work at the same time, നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം കാര്യങ്ങൾ നോക്കാനും ടൈം കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓവർ ടൈം ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ പോലും the government rules and laws won't be allowing you for that, right? നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഓവർ ആയിട്ട് മരിച്ച് പണിയേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല, because you will be earning good as well, right? So still നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അവിടെ പോയി ജോലി സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് you can make a good earning, എന്നിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഡ്രീമിലുള്ള കൺട്രീസിലോട്ട് പോകണമെങ്കിലും then you can, because you will have the eligibility, and ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് US കാനഡ ഒക്കെ ആണ് മൈൻഡിലുള്ളതെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ you can register, change the registration to that country also, because NCLEX ആണ് ആ ഒരു ക്വാളിഫിക്കേഷൻ എക്സാമിനേഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ, right? So കരിയറിനെ പറ്റി ചിന്തിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു ടൈമാണ്, എസ്പെഷ്യലി the final year students, right? So I want each and every one of you to do think about this, and I want everyone to ask as many doubts as possible. എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ഡൗട്ട്സ് കാണുമല്ലോ, ഇപ്പൊ ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞതിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സംശയങ്ങൾ വരുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചോദിക്കാം, അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാം. യു ക്യാൻ പുട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഇൻ ദ ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സ്. ഐ നീഡ് അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് 1 or 2 doubts from you guys. സംശയങ്ങൾ ഇല്ലാന്ന് പറയരുത് ആരും, സംശയങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക്, അത് ചോദിക്കാം. Like we got
Hello,
two response. ചോദിച്ചോളൂ നേഹ, ചോദിച്ചോളൂ. നേഹ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
ഈ 6 lakhs എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നമ്മുടെ എക്സാം ഫീസും അതുപോലെ ഈ വിസ പ്രോസസിംഗ് കൂടെ ഉള്ളതാണോ?
ടോട്ടൽ എക്സ്പെൻസ് വരുന്ന, അതെ 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 അതെ, മൊത്തം ചാർജ് ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് തൊട്ട് ലാസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് വരെയുള്ള നിങ്ങളുടെ ചാർജസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു 7 ലക്ഷത്തിന്റെ അറൗണ്ടേ വരത്തുള്ളൂ. 6 ലക്ഷം തൊട്ട് 7 ലക്ഷം വരെന്റെ അകത്തേ വരത്തുള്ളൂ. ക്ലിയർ ആയോ നേഹ?
സാറേ, അതുപോലെ ഈ NCLEX എക്സാം ഓൺലൈൻ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ നാട്ടിൽ നിന്നല്ലേ സാറേ എഴുതുന്നത്? അത് അവിടെ പോയാണോ എഴുതുന്നത്?
ഓൺലൈൻ ആയിട്ടാണ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ നടക്കുന്നത്. Amin sir, can you reconfirm the same? The examination will be working in a remote atmosphere, right? Amin sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, Siva. Yeah, it is going to be the online only.
Okay. Online examination ആയിട്ടായിരിക്കും നടക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവുക. There might be a proctoring system in it.
Yeah, there'll be the NCLEX test center, which is like Pearson View have taken the centers, those centers in India. So
Okay.
they'll have to walk into the center and then give the examination.
Right.
Yeah.
സോ പരീക്ഷ എഴുതാനായിട്ട് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയയിലോട്ട് പോകേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. എൻക്ലെക്സിന്റെ എക്സാമിനേഷൻ സെന്റർ ഓൾ അറൌണ്ട് ഇന്ത്യ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും നിയർ ബൈ ഉള്ള സെന്ററിലേക്ക് രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ.
ഓക്കെ സാർ, മനസ്സിലായി.
Okay, and most important കാര്യം, even Mr. Amin had mentioned here, ഈ ഒരു കാര്യത്തിനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ തന്നെ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു വർഷം എൻക്ലെക്സ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ 8 പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതാം. 8 times you can write the examination, right? അതിന് ലിമിറ്റേഷൻ ഇല്ല. അതിന്റെ അടുത്ത വർഷവും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് 8 പ്രാവശ്യം എഴുതാം. But each time,
just to correct you, that 8 times they can retake, right?
Right.
And NCLEX examinations can be taken every month, any month, right? So whenever they are ready, they can write the examination.
That only I meant. I mean.
Yes.
എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ ഒരു അറ്റംപ്റ്റിൽ ക്ലിയർ ആയില്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ റീടേക്ക് ചെയ്യാം 8 months. എക്സാമിനേഷൻ എല്ലാ മാസവും